this game ends up going the distance here. Simply the... Welcome to Inferno Pools, ladies and gentlemen. This could be the start of something special here on the hot seat. Let's see if it's possible for this comeback to occur. But first, spawning in the top right position of Inferno Pools as the red Terran player representing TeamLiquid.net, it's Bunny. His opponent dragging one back. He was on the brink of defeat, still is, but has won the last game and has got momentum on his side. Can he bring this series to a re-veto by winning Inferno Pools? Ladies and gentlemen, it's alternates showtime. And we have a pylon going down. Dear, oh dear. This could be shenaniganry, ladies and gents, in game number 7. And we see a Reaper opening coming out from Bunny. He's going to be scouting top left first by the looks of things. Won't be able to see anything there. So, what is going to be happening here? We still, by the way, just have the Gateway and the Cybernetics Core inside the main base for showtime. If a Reaper gets in and spots there's only one pylon here, he'll know something is amiss. I suspect we're going to be seeing a Stargate very, very soon from showtime here. In approximately 3, 2, 1, boom. Sorry, that was a very long boom. Hey! Hey, he says, no, it's not. It's going to be a proxy DTs by the looks of things. Twilight Council, possibly followed up by a Dark Shrine there. I thought it might have been a proxy Oracles for a sec now. This Reaper comes in. Will he spot the numbers of the pylons? He's actually just trying to kill probes at the moment, and I don't blame him. One currently going down, a couple trying to zone this little guy out. The Stalker is so close to complete right now. Another one going down. Workers killed now, up to 3 in this game. A really frustrating position for showtime to be in, but here comes the Stalker. Alright, he's safe. Now, for all this Reaper knows, there's another pylon going down here, and he doesn't have to be expecting a proxy just yet. We're not completely sure, but do note the lack of a mothership core. So very fast. No, it's going to be very fast. Blink from this Twilight Council. Lack of a mothership core. Using that gas early on to really crank that out as quickly as he possibly can. This is very fast. It's going to be a very quick blink all in coming out from showtime here. No mothership core on the map. Just trying his best to attack everything he can. And this Reaper at the moment, well, I suspect he's out on the hunt. Yeah, he's out on the hunt for proxies right now. I think he's worried something is proxied. The lack of the mothership core gave it away there. And he is going to just be looking absolutely everywhere. Unfortunately, he's across the map from where the action currently is. And what does Warp Gate research look like? Well, it's going to be completing soon, and we've got second and third gateways on the way. We have a probe up here in the top left-hand corner of the map. This Reaper continuing to do very good scouting work. It's absolutely nowhere close to where the Twilight Council actually is. And that's going to be its problem right now. It's going to take a while for it to be located. We're not going into Gateway Explosion, though, by the looks of things. We're actually going into a robotics facility. So a very quick blink, to be sure. And Bunny has to smell a rat here. I mean, look at that. Using those stalkers to completely shut it out as well. It just has to be a big clue. And here comes, by the way, the mothership core as well. If he's able to zone this Reaper out. Where's the... Okay, there's the scan inside the main base. He sees no Twilight Council. He sees the robotics facility. He's going, that doesn't look like a standard robo timing. What's going on here, sir? Well... He's about to find out. The Reaper still continuing to scout, trying to figure out what's going on here. He's completely oblivious to this, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of stalkers coming in. Mothership core for that high ground vision. This is looking potentially dicey here. Now a bunker starts inside the main base. Is it a little bit too late, I wonder? If this bunker never goes down, this could be problematic. With Blink, of course, he can bypass the Widow Mine there. And here we go. The Stalker's moving up. A lot of Marines to defend against this. Is it going to be effective? Oh, no. A huge Widow Mine hit actually makes this very, very difficult indeed. And the energy on the Mothership Core isn't going to be helping too much right now. Oh, and a Siege Tank out as well. I think Bunny is starting to close the loop on being able to defend against this. ShoWTimE giving it his all. He can still win this. There is still a way for him through. But he has to do so much damage with this attack. Still on one base, ladies and gentlemen. The natural expansion is back into the main, so we still have double SCV production. We still have mules. And here we go. There's Time Warp available on this Mothership Core. There's also Recall. He definitely does not want to use Recall right now. There is an Observer. He sees the Siege Tank as well, and I think the days of that might be a little bit numbered. Oh, even walks into missile turret range. This is not going well. And how are we going to be able to get out of this? The Reaper now, finally... 3 kills in the 9-minute mark, comes back to try and kill off workers and forcing the Warpins of Stalkers back at home. This is not what Bunny wanted. Really nice play with the Reaper there, forcing his opponent back. And now ShoWTimE's attack has been blunted, and he's been forced to warp in at home because of the Reaper. This is so comfortable for him now that we actually have Bunny retaking his natural expansion. With the Siege Tank here as well, I actually think he can do that. He probably wants to keep one tank up here, or at least sort of around here, just in case there are any warp-ins from the low ground. I wouldn't mind if he chose to do that. But he's feeling fairly confident right now. And who can really blame him? I mean, we might even see something like a Viking making sure the Mothership Core isn't approaching or something similar. But at the moment, Bunny, just non-stop Marines, non-stop Siege Tanks saying, look, wherever you blink up, whatever aggression you might be doing here, I'm going to be able to have you covered off. And look at this. ShoWTimE, well... I say he's reduced to. I mean, he's basically forced to expand now because there really is nothing else for him to do in terms of this attack, because he can attack into the Terran base and lose. So he has to try and get back into this economically. It's the sensible decision, but he is very, very behind. He's at 59 supply now versus 78. He's ahead in workers, 36 to 32, I guess, but double mules have been around for a little bit now, and Bunny's actually saving a bit of scan energy just in case there's a follow-up in terms of Dark Templars. You can see this natural expansion still does not have a missile turret, even though there's one inside the main base. Another blink up here. This is not designed to inflict game-ending damage, by the way. He picks off a reactor. Okay, that's great, and it looks like a factory is going to be picking up the slack and allowing this starport to just continue to produce medevacs in the meantime. I like that. No need to waste precious time on the starport when somebody else can do the dirty work. Now, behind this, we haven't really got anything other than more gateways right now. We're chrono boosting out Storm, so we're once again going to be try and go into that Zealot Archon kind of combination, but do bear in mind that in the last game, it didn't, I mean, it almost didn't end up working. It was so close for so much of the game, and it was definitely in the balance for quite a lot of it. Good blink out there, doesn't lose a Stalker, just needs to recoup some shields. And Bunny here, well, I mean, he's still sitting pretty comfortably. Yes, a couple of add-ons have been taken off. Yes, that's annoying, but that's really the extent of the attack. He hasn't really lost a lot of workers. He's going to be able to, with this DPS now, to move out and say, okay, you can hang around here as much as you want. I'm going to go and see if I can knock on the front door of your base. Very, very sensible question to ask ShoWTimE right now. Bunny's supply blocked. 102 supply at the moment. His opponent is at 78, but ShoWTimE will have Storm by the time Bunny knocks on the front door. Now, this could be an opportunity for our Protoss. Are we going to see a sick engagement here? Potentially followed by a counterattack. Will this bio army melt? Are the Blinkstalkers going to be able to come in and mop up the tanks? These are the questions that are about to be answered, and he needs to be able to do that to go 4-3 in this series and force a fresh round of veto. Storm number 1 is most excellent. Storm number 2 is, oh my god, that went about as well as it possibly could. There's the blink forward, and the siege tanks, well, one of them goes down. Good pickup by the medevacs, and now ShoWTimE, just an excellent series of storms. That's exactly what we needed to see. Here's an offensive warp-in of Zealots now as well. Are we going to see some aggression? Yes, we are. This army is pretty scary, guys. I mean, 2 siege tanks is still an awful lot of DPS, but he might be able to handle it with warp-ins alone. I don't know, but he's certainly giving this aggression a go now. ShoWTimE's going to feel like he's had a new lease of life aggressively this game. He's going to see if he can't push up and maybe attack this army straight away, or is he going to go for the natural? I don't know, but the siege tank's now inside his base. He's going to have to decide something very soon. Photon overcharge has been used. We're lifting all the army into the main base now, including the 2 siege tanks. Natural expansion is currently being hunted down. I think that orbital command gets taken down as well. Yes, he's going to blink underneath it and focus it down. So that's gone. And, oh, wow, Photon Overcharge inside the main base too. Forces Bunny to move away. And ShoWTimE at the moment takes the supply lead. Is a 105 to 89 supply. And right now, Bunny, well, he's in recovery mode. This orbital command has been taken down. And there's only this one left. Big deal right now. ShoWTimE basically needs to not lose this entire army right now, and then he'll be able to hold a very comfortable economic lead going into the mid to late game. The Archons are not close to the front of this army though, and the Bio does have medevac support, but the Zealots will be able to hold out for long enough for the Archons to get there. A couple of extra hits from the Widow Mines, and not the most optimal blink out, but doing a good enough job, shall we say. And the Archon's just continuing to do damage here. I think he should really just be exiting stage left, and indeed he chooses to do so. 84 versus 63 supply right now, and it's 48 workers to 30, but crucially, 2 bases versus 1. Let's take a look at that income. You can see ShoWTimE continuing to make the most of his situation here. And he's going to be feeling fairly confident right now. Oh, when he's putting a 3rd base down at the gold. I mean, look at it this way. You just finished an engagement like that. You know that everything Bunny had was busy defending you in the front door to stop you from getting in and killing him off. So you might as well do something. And, well, might as well do something. Might include pulling the boys by the looks of things, guys. Bunny looking like he's going for a bit of a YOLO approach here, but the SCVs, you know, they're only approximately a minute and a half away from the rest of the army. I hear that might be a problem, and unfortunately winning with this against 3 Archons, more High Templars, and an awful lot of charge loss does not look likely at this point. The boys are going to be joining up, but unfortunately by the time they do that, a lot of the army is going to be gone. Yeah, don't show them the SCVs like that, mate. That would not be a good idea. Here come the SCVs, and the Archons go, ooh, breakfast. Nom, 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 nom. GGGG. And alternate ShoWTimE forces a 2nd round of vetoes with a victory in game number 7 to take the match score 4-3. Will he be able to come back and claim the reverse all kill?